JMC TV presents the perfect show to enjoy after work or school. Interviews, music, games, and comedy live right here on After Hours. Now, here's your host, Matt James.
Hey, thank you all so much. It's awesome to have a studio audience filled with students, and they're here at the end of fall break. So thank you all so much for being here. My name is Matt James, and I have the honor of serving the university as the Vice President of Alumni Relations. I wear many hats here on campus, one of which being the host of this very program. Now, I don't know if you all are aware, but you are in the midst of greatness. Last year, this show, our student production team and I, were given the award by the Intercollegiate Broadcasting System for Best Comedy Show in the country. I mean, give it up for that, right? Kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. Now, you may be wondering, what did we get for receiving such a huge honor? Well, we got this tiny little trophy that we all get to share. And I've actually seen larger trophies in my daughter's Happy Meals. But hey, in all seriousness, we're honored by this award. And we're thrilled to have so many of you with us today to celebrate the season premiere of the second season of Marshall After Hours. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the world is on fire right now. Many people are struggling, and we've witnessed some pretty horrifying things in our country over the past few weeks. But we thought this would be a great opportunity to step away from the chaos for just a little while and have a little fun. So is it okay with you all if we just take a little while to have a little fun? Awesome. Now, speaking of my daughter and her Happy Meals, I absolutely love being a girl dad to my 3-year-old baby girl, Sailor. She's actually 3 going on 13, and she's as sassy as ever. Now, if you know me, you probably know where that sass comes from, so I've already accepted defeat when she actually becomes a teenager. Last year, I showed her school picture, which I personally think is a classic. It might be the reason we won this trophy, and I know many in the audience have never seen this classic picture, so let's go ahead and bless them with this gem. Let's see it. Yeah, we didn't even have to ask you to laugh. Some of you shouldn't be laughing so hard, though, because I've seen you walking across campus to class, and you look just as rough as she does. So I can't do her dirty like that and not redeem her. So let me show you that this year, her mother and I were a little more prepared for school picture day. Let's take a look. Aww. She looks just like me. Now, recently, I've been teaching her a few things at home. Some may say I've been brainwashing her, but we've learned 3 new phrases. Number 1, we are Marshall. Yeah, right? Number 2, go herd. And number 3, mommy is mean. Trust me, my wife loves that one. Now, it wouldn't be fair for me to just show my daughter's glow up. Yesterday, this is a true story, I received a picture from one of my friends who said, hey, look at this Snapchat memory that popped up on my phone. It's you from Homecoming 2016. Prepare to be scared. Yeah, it's terrifying. We can go ahead and take that down. I would like to redeem myself, and here's a pic of me just a few months ago setting a personal 5K record in the Bahamas this summer. Hey. I was hoping somebody would like catcall me or whistle, but the glow up is real, and y'all, I really just wanted an excuse to show a half-naked picture of myself on TV. So, you know who needs a real glow up though? Congress, right? No, for real. Not just the fact that most of them look like dinosaurs, but they really just kind of suck right now, right? Congress is the reason our government is shut down, and they have no real plan or timeline to reopen. But hey, Taylor Swift just dropped another album right on time, so politicians, take note. Switching gears to a much happier place than Washington, D.C., let's talk about Marshall University. It is truly a special time to be a part of the Marshall family. Our amazing president, Brad Smith, and his wife, our First Lady Elise, just made a historic $50 million donation to the school. Can we give it up for that? So, you know, they say that money can't buy happiness, but it can buy a few new buildings and hopefully a few new parking lots, right? Yeah. And maybe we can afford a slightly larger trophy next year. So Marshall has always been rich in tradition, and now we're just rich, y'all. So it's fall. That means it's homecoming season, and this year we have a super special person serving as our Grand Marshal, none other than the voice of Wheel of Fortune, Mr. Jim Thornton. Now, he's actually on set with us today, and on Wheel of Fortune, you spin, you guess, you buy vows. Here on campus, you spin trying to find parking, you guess which professors are the best, and you buy overpriced coffee at Starbucks. Same energy, right? Seriously, though, we have a great show lined up tonight, and we are thrilled to welcome our first two guests of the season. Let's go ahead and give them a really warm Marshall welcome, Jim Thornton and Walker Tatum.
Nicely
Hey guys, how are you all doing?
Great job.
Thank you so much for being here. I feel like that was genuine, Walker.
Yes, absolutely.
So we know who Jim is. He's the voice of Wheel of Fortune. He's this year's Grand Marshal. We're going to kick things off with him in just a second. Walker, I am honored to serve beside him. We're a two-man alumni team. We've recently added to our staff, but I could not do this every day without Walker. He's our alumni director. Super happy that he's here with us as well.
Lucky to work with you.
So Jim, let's just start out with the obvious question. How does it feel to be back home and serve as this year's Grand Marshal?
It feels like something out of a dream. I mean, it's so nice. Walker, I guess you're the one who sent me the news, right? And invited me. And I had to pinch myself. The reason it feels so great is because I never lost my connection with Huntington at all. It's just a part of me. I grew up on the hill up above the Memorial Arch, catching crawdads in Four Pole Creek, going over to what we called the galleries. My aunt, Adele Thornton Lewis, my dad's sister, she taught over at the galleries, and all the cousins, we lived right next door to each other. And I have a million memories from Huntington, Camac, elementary and junior high, and Huntington High School, and obviously to Marshall. Marshall was always just there in the backdrop. So it's like, it's just such an honor. I feel like a vicarious joy out of it all. Like I get to represent other Huntingtonians, and I'm with them, and they're with me. So on this little journey together.
No, I love that. I'm sure it's nostalgic being home, right? Last night when Walker and I met you at the airport, you started sharing so much, similar to now, just your connection, your history with this place. Tell our viewers a little bit about that, about your time, more specifically growing up in the tri-state region, some of the things you were involved in, and why this area is so special to you.
Basically, apart from the crawdad catching, there's not much to tell. So what time is it? No. I mean, my connection runs deep. So when I'm walking around, I'll see, we were talking about this before.
Yeah.
And you see people who, if you don't know them directly, you know somebody mutually. And it just happens all the time. And it's not because of Wheel of Fortune necessarily. I mean, people who I knew from 40 years ago. Yeah. And so, but I grew up, like I say, just, I was always in the woods. And all my friends, we played together, and then we hung out together. We'd go out in the country and just have fun. And it's just, I did a lot of hunting and fishing growing up, and this is just is part of my DNA. I moved to LA because of the career, At 19, what did I know at 19? But it was the kind of thing where I felt like I needed to do it, and I didn't want to leave Marshall either. I felt for years, I felt like kind of embarrassed, that I hadn't finished so I did some college out there and that sort of thing, and I got too busy working, but Marshall was always, my number one choice, and I wanted to finish. I just felt that calling, I guess, at an earlier age than some, so, but stick with school.
I love that. So clearly you've always had the voice, and I know you shared with us last night that you're also very talented singing, and you were singing a little bit on stage as we were warming up, right?
Yeah, I always loved to sing. Yeah, I always did. And when I was a kid, I used to imitate Elvis Presley. I guess there's not copyright. Is there a copyright problem here? Like at Wheel of Fortune, you can't sing anything that sounds like a real song because somebody out there might sue you. But
I think we're okay here.
I used to say, Lord Almighty, I feel my temperature rising. And I sang when I was like 9 years old.
Yeah,
that's great. Must be 109. Burning Love. Anybody know that song?
Burning Love.
Don't say it was before your time. It was before my time, too. But we had that little record, and I'd sing along with it when I was like 9 years old. And I could always imitate singers, and that stayed with me. I could sort of emulate whatever I heard. And so, but the singing, I was very lucky. I'm very blessed to have an instrument that gives me the ability to use what I can hear in my head, and then bring it out, and because a lot of people probably have that neural connection or whatever is in the brain to imitate what they hear or to hear a sound, but they can't necessarily reproduce it. I think that's the only difference with me, that I was very blessed by that, and it's like having an instrument that's in tune, or that's in the right scale or the right key, and if you don't have that, then it's more difficult.
Yeah,
you know?
I definitely don't have that.
And I don't
Walker,
have that.
you want to sing? No? You don't have a song
I'm
for
okay.
everybody?
Thank you,
No, but thank you.
Jim, I understand you have a home close by, right? It's on the Ohio River, and it's a home that has much significance to your family.
Yeah.
Can you just share that story with the audience?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of history to it too, because it was Jacob Proctor's home, the famous. I'm name dropping again. He won't mind. He was born in 1798, but. In 1834, that house was built. It was Jacob Proctor's house, the man for whom Proctorville is named. It was apparently it was on the Underground Railroad. It's reputedly, I guess you'd say, on the Underground Railroad. There's not concrete proof, but there's circumstantial evidence that it was. So we're trying to get more momentum in that regard to get it put on sort of the analog of just the historic register, but for the Underground Railroad sort of route, and have it added. So that'd be nice. But beyond that, you're right, there's a family connection because my grandparents owned a house in the 40s and 50s. My dad was raised there with his sisters, my aunts, and I grew up hearing about it. It sounded like Tom Sawyer. And he still talks about all the trapping and hunting that he did, muskrat. Here's a great story, and he's got a million of them. But he used to he would trap muskrats up like Big Patty Creek, for example, if you all know what that is, Sims Creek, wherever, and he'd catch them. You could send the pelt, the fur, to Sears and Roebuck, and they'd send you back $5 a pelt.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, imagine that today. So those muskrats are very happy now. Nobody's messing with a muskrat today. But it was like that, and he had all kinds of great hunting stories, and duck hunting on the river and fishing and all that kind of stuff. So when the place was for sale, when my wife was pregnant with our son 28 years ago, we bought the place, and we have it today. So he got to grow up having those experiences with Grandpa and Granny and stuff.
Wow.
So
how special. Thanks for
great.
sharing that.
Yeah.
Walker, if I can turn to you for just a second.
Yeah.
I know the idea of bringing Jim back home, it really started with you. So I would love for you to share with the audience just how you discovered Jim's connection to Marshall and how all of this kind of transpired for him to sit with us today as the Grand Marshal.
Yeah, so I always knew of Jim, not really directly, more indirectly. And I have some family members who are familiar with Jim, have met Jim, they text each other. And my cousin Chris, who's the mayor of Barbersville.
Name dropping
again. He does that often now.
So we were talking, and we were tossing around ideas, of course, in our office of who we could invite back to be homecoming Grand Marshal. And I feel like we always try to shoot for the stars and land in the clouds. And I had mentioned to you, I remember, of I think we should invite Jim back, but had no idea how we would even go about it because we had never communicated or anything along those lines. So I actually friended Jim on Facebook, and I slid into his Facebook DMs in Messenger. And I just invited Jim back to serve as our homecoming Grand Marshal. And it was just an ask within a text. And I didn't really expect to get a response because I know he's so busy and so much going on in California.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. But within 2 hours, Jim had messaged me back. And he said, let me see if we can work it into the schedule. And we did. And now he's back here, and we're excited to have him for the entire week.
Isn't that great?
It's great.
Such a cool story.
And it's also a small world.
Yeah, for sure.
Extremely small world.
I mean, let's face it. Just for these last accolades, I now owe him.
Hey, there's a dollar. There's a dollar. You get a dollar.
It pays to breathe the wheels.
It does pay.
Brad Smith gave me that tip. So.
Now, I understand, Walker, you recently took a trip to LA, and
Yes.
I'm super jealous. We usually do everything together, work-related. I had a conflict. I think we have some pictures we're going to share with the audience, but just hoping that you'll share a little bit about your experience. You spent a day on the Wheel of Fortune set.
Yeah, so, conversations with Jim and with Wheel of Fortune were happening, 5-6 months outside of when the actual week of homecoming was. And we had talked to a couple of team members at Wheel, and they had offered us to potentially fly out and come on set and get to see Jim in his element and also get some footage so that we could do a highlight video of Jim and just his connection to Marshall and everything he's accomplished. So we flew out. And once we got there, it was just very quick turnaround of where, so that's Jim and I standing near the puzzle board. Look at that. It's a great picture. Jim's got his Marshall tie on right there. But we actually flew out on Thursday, and then on Friday, we woke up early in the morning and got our production equipment and went on set. And it was just an amazing experience. I mean, I think that it's one of those that will forever be grateful for it. And I think that, it's an experience that not a lot of people get to experience, but to be there in the capacity that I was of just seeing Jim in his element and, engaging the audience and using your voice, it was amazing.
Well, all seriousness aside, I want to say that we love, at Wheel of Fortune, and I meant to say all seriousness aside, because I never can say anything straight. But this is serious. Everybody on that set, we know how lucky we are. We love having people come in, and we get a vicarious thrill. You talk to David Ireet, one of our he's the camera guy.
Yeah.
And he said, this guy is wise beyond his years. He was talking.
Yeah, he is.
And Jimmy McGuire, our stage manager, great guy from Pittsburgh, huge Pirates fan and all that. Good friend of mine. And but he, all these people, they love having people come in because we get how lucky we are to be there. Every one of us, including Vanna and Ryan and everybody.
Yeah. So everyone was amazing.
I love this photo they're showing. I think that's my favorite one. We're going to scroll through. There's a photo Walker just shared in real time with you and Ryan Seacrest and Vanna White. I'm so jealous. It's already gone viral on Facebook. There it is.
So.
Downtown Huntington. They're actually holding our Bobby Dobbies. Walker, just asked you one more follow-up about your experience.
Yeah.
You called me that evening and you said to me, quote, Matt, I believe this is going to end up being one of the top memories of my lifetime.
Yeah.
Explain to the audience why you feel that way.
Well, I think it's just, growing up watching, these shows on TV and these game shows and, Wheel of Fortune, no matter what age you are, knowing that it's such a staple in a lot of households and just America's favorite game show, being there and being able to see it in real time and just the behind the scenes of how they tape and how they treat, their guests and their contestants. It was amazing, and it was a thrill. Yeah. Everyone that I ran into and I met that Jim introduced me to, they were extremely sweet. Jim is so loved on set. I mean, like everyone that I spoke to said he's so genuine. He loves Huntington. He loves Marshall, which could not be more true. And he made Marshall, the topic of his discussions all day long. We got to go backstage, got to peek inside some of the dressing rooms, the puzzle board, got to spin the wheel. I mean, it was just an experience that, looking back on it, I think that sometimes working in Alumni, we're on so many just trips and different schedules, it's just hard to sometimes look back and think, oh my goodness, I can't believe that happened. And it wasn't until I posted that picture today that I thought, I can't believe,
what
that happened, so extremely lucky.
Yeah. Walker shared with me that you led a few We Are Marshall chants with
yes,
the audience
absolutely.
That day. Love that. And I can see why you're so beloved, our audience too. I think you all could see as soon as you all came in, he was just as warm and friendly to you all, right?
Well,
you all are already fans, yeah?
Well, thank you guys. Thank you. No, but thank you. That's who we are. That's who we are in Huntington and West Virginia. And all you guys who come to Marshall from wherever you come from, you see that that's how we are. We treat each other well. And part of it is, because we're from a smaller community where you might run into that other person or their mom or their brother might know, But a lot of it is we're just decent people. And I think I like to bring that with me. I grew up that way. you're modest, you're humble. And I think that people who are full of themselves, I think people see through that readily, and especially around here, so you just get down off your high horse, that's what I grew up hearing. And so, and again, and all of us, no matter where we come from at Wheel, I think we get that human quality because we love sharing it because we get the same vicarious thrill having worked to get where we are. We didn't just arrive there from outer space, I did, but
I love that.
He was dropped off.
Yeah. So Jim, back to you. Obviously becoming the voice of Wheel of Fortune, does not happen overnight. You alluded to this a little earlier, but it all started right here in the J School at WMUL, right?
Yeah.
So let's tell the students and the audience at home a little bit more about how the Marshall J School led you to California.
Well, I mean, I was, I wanted to be in radio since I was a kid and on TV as well. But I went to the, I forget who the person was who was the program director at the time, but she knew that I wanted to be in journalism and radio and all that sort of thing. Not journalism as much, honestly. I never wanted to be a news guy, although I was one. But I played one on radio for a lot of years. But I wanted to disc jockey. So she put me on, from 9 to noon, I would flip on the transmitter. It was 1,000 watts mono. And we're stereo now, though, right?
Are we stereo, guys? Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you, J3.
72,000 watts. It's a blowtorch. Sorry, FCC. Oops. Sorry about that solar flare coming from Smith Hall. Anyway, so it was. I flipped on the transmitter. It was great, and that really, I mean, that was the first time I'd ever been on the air. I was nervous, but my dad could hear me. It was Saturday mornings. He worked a half a day then, running the business that he ran at the time over on 7th Avenue, and so he could keep it on, and all the guys would listen to me and stuff. So it was wild. But I just always I used to call up radio stations like WGNT, I think it was, had a talkback show where it's a talk show, just whatever. And when I was like 9, 10 years old, and I'd call up and I'd be people like, Flo out on 9 Mile Road, and I'd talk like this. Hey, what are you people doing over there? I want to complain to whoever it is. And whatever, because I couldn't do male voices because I was a little kid. So, but they never caught on. If they did, they never said anything. This is a kid, go away. But I wanted to be on the radio so bad. It was just, I think, that connection that I felt with people and have always felt being on a microphone. It's strange. I don't know how it got in my head. I think from watching The Wizard of Oz, which is something that was filmed on Stage 11. They did the tornado scene for The Wizard of Oz at Stage 11 at Sony Studios, which was MGM back in the day. So anyway.
Very cool. Woo-hoo. So back to homecoming. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to this week?
Well, the wave. I mean, I've been...
In the parade?
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Screw in the light bulb.
I don't know. Walker we got to do some serious training, at dinner tonight or something. You can teach me. I haven't been Grand Marshal before, so I'm still getting
either.
But I'm just, I'm really looking forward to, the game, obviously. My dad is a huge Marshall fan, and his wonderful new wife, my new stepmom, they got married back in July.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. And my beloved stepmom, my prior stepmom, passed away a year ago, and we loved her so much. But this came 50 years ago. They dated, and now they're married. They didn't get married then. After my mother passed away when I was 8. So anyway, quick story there. But they're going to be there. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the parade. And I know so many people, my godmother and my godsister and my godbrother, they're all excited. The justices, if you know, Justice Supply Company, hey, give them a little Justice Glass and Supply, Justice Glass and Supply over there. But they run that business. But we grew up like cousins, and so they're huge Marshall fans. They were the ones with "We Are Marshall" right on the, on 3rd Avenue there. Yeah. So, but I just love Huntington so much. And I love it. I guess I get in the car in front of the Keith Albee.
Absolutely.
All these places that they're so much a part of me growing up in Huntington. Every bit of it. I'm just eating it all up. So that was probably too vague.
No, not at all. It's just so special to have someone who really relishes in this moment, because it's a huge honor. So thank you for sharing all
There's
that.
nothing like Huntington. And we're like a small town, but we're really not. We're a good-sized, to me, we're a good-sized town. We have a very diverse population too, we're not just podunk. It's otherwise it would just be isn't that quaint. It's like it's a well-heeled, well-run city with just, I think there's such a love here for Marshall and what it represents, and the tragedy, obviously, and just the way we treat each other here is so unique. So I hope a lot of the students can stay and raise families here and stuff too.
I hope that too.
Yeah,
I love that. Walker, if you've gotten to know Jim a little bit better, right? Let me lead into this question. So, if you could describe him in one word for our audience, what's that one word?
Oh my goodness.
Just spit it out. Don't.
Two come to mind.
Okay.
One, I would say energetic.
For sure.
Extremely energetic. In not only the work that you do, but just when we got here in Smith Hall and we were coming down the stairs, he was sliding the railings of the stairs. And in my mind, I'm standing there thinking, if I were to do that, I would break my neck. But super energetic and just always in a great mood, and also infectious. I just think that your energy and the way that you go about things is just so fun, and you're so lighthearted and very laid back, and
thank you.
It's fun to be around.
Yeah.
When the cameras are off, he'll say completely different things.
Yeah,
I know,
behind your back.
know this man.
Behind your back.
Now give me another $1.
Right,
just kidding.
right.
No, I'll agree. I've been around you just for a little bit yesterday and today, and I can say your energy is truly infectious. You came in the room instantly brightened, and it's not just these lights.
Oh, that's nice.
All
well,
you,
thank
man.
you. Here's the thing too. I think that when I was a kid, I always hated it when there was unhappiness. I always wanted to be, I wanted to be happy, and I was a very happy baby. My dad says I came out in the world laughing, and but I like for people to be happy. I think I think show business people are that way, and by showbiz people, I mean show folk. I mean people who do real estate. They sell real estate. They sell cars. They love it. They love people. People who are in TV news and the TV industry in general, radio, all of it. We like creating something, theater people, obviously actors, I think that name the biggest star you can think of. I think they would also be happy selling pens over the phone. That was my worst job that I ever had in Hollywood. I sold Paper-Mate pens over the phone, but
anyway.
Wow.
How'd that go?
I hated it. Okay. I was 19 years old. It was a place on Hollywood. Hey, Dad, I'm working in Hollywood. It was the Stephen J. Cannell building. Stephen J. Cannell produced a whole bunch of huge TV shows back, but he had a building there anyway. But it paid like $6.50 an hour, which in 1984, 85 was really good money. Wow. So $6.50, because the minimum wage, boys and girls, was anyone? Bueller, $3.35 an hour.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was not a lot of money then, and it's not a lot of money now, especially in Los Angeles. So imagine that.
Yeah. Well, look at you now.
Right.
Hey, Wheel of Fortune. All right, guys, I've got one more question.
I paid them. Sorry, go ahead.
I have one more question for you guys. Are you guys down to play a few games?
Sure.
Okay,
of course.
So we're going to take a quick break. I think we're going to show a video, and on the flip side, we'll be back to play a few games and see who's going to win between these two guys.
Yay.
We'll be right back.
Yes.
Okay. All right, you get it? Ready? Here we go. So Wheel of Fortune with the chant that you hear at the top of the show. Make it sing, people. 1, 2. Oh, wait, one more thing.
Growing up in Huntington, I always felt like I was part of it, and it was part of me. And the same with Marshall. My grandfather went to Marshall College back then, graduated in the Depression, which was no easy feat, I'm sure. My dad went to Marshall, and my family all went to Marshall at one time or another. And still to this day, Huntington is very much a part of me because I think I just love the people so much, and they're just part of my family. I was as shocked as anybody when I was asked to be Grand Marshal of Marshall University's homecoming. Shocked in a great way. I thought, wow, that really is just so nice, and I just think it's wonderful that Marshall, thinks enough of me that I can come back and be in the parade and at the game and celebrate with all my friends. I love representing West Virginia and Huntington and Marshall. Vanna White comes from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Ryan comes from Atlanta, Georgia, and we all represent these areas, I think, and there's a matter of pride there. And to be sort of in that realm of people who are kind of known for something positive out of Huntington is a wonderful thing, and being a Marshall alumnus who's known for something is a wonderful privilege too. Beloved Charlie O'Donnell, who I idolized as a kid, he died in 2010. And I got the call shortly after, but they were kind of jazzed on me, according to my agent. And I said, no way, it's Wheel of Fortune. And I came in, and everybody was so unbelievably nice. Everybody made it so easy for me to try and do my best. I feel like I am part of an elite club. It's rarefied air. I mean, when you're Grand Marshal of something, yes, it's sort of a ceremonial title, but it means a whole lot. You're kind of galvanizing the community, and you're showing your team spirit. And to be a Huntingtonian, born and bred, and to be selected for this is just such a huge honor. It really is. So I'm really thrilled to be in that very select group of people who have been Grand Marshals over the years. Marshall University is such a part of who I am. It's part of the fabric of Huntington. It is always just there, and it's such a rock, a foundation. From Old Main to all the newer buildings that are springing up all the time, and the new dorms. It's growing all the time. It's changing with us, and I am so appreciative. And I want to say thank you so much to Marshall University for selecting me, and go Herd!
All right, everybody. So we're back and we're ready to kick off the friendly competition between Walker and Jim. Walker, unfortunately, you get to go first.
Yay. I will take an H.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Strong start.
Yeah. L.
Oh. No, Jimmy John, right?
Ooh.
T.
There's a T in everything. That's cheating. Okay. Okay.
Oh.
You already know it?
Well, we have to do a full round, right? Jim gets to guess
Yes.
first, and then Walker can
It's
guess.
not Tattoo You from the Rolling Stones. It's rock and roll. What is it? Okay. I'll say A. Gotta have an A in it. Okay.
Walker, do you want to take this one?
Do you know it? You have the opportunity to solve.
Go ahead, Walker. It's a competition.
I'd like to solve
Okay.
Ritter Park.
Oh, yes! Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
All right, so we've got 1 point
That's
for
great.
Walker.
Good job, buddy.
0 points for Jim.
I know.
All right, gentlemen. Jim, I think it's your call.
Goodness. That's like 2 words?
Okay.
2 words.
S.
No.
Wow. This is rigged.
Wow. Yeah. Are you sure?
Standards and practices.
T.
Yes,
my
there is
favorite
a
letter.
T.
Yeah. Well, it's
Thank
used
you,
all the
Jimmy
time.
John.
Okay. N.
There is 1 end, 2 ends.
Okay. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay.
H.
No.
Oh, wow.
I think I know. Yeah, the second one's pretty easy. Okay. Honorable mention? No. Okay. Kind of works.
It does kind of work.
Right. Okay. Is it my turn or yours?
It's your turn.
Mine? Okay. M.
This might give it away.
Uh-oh.
Audience, do you all know it?
Oh.
He
He has the chance to guess.
Yeah. Do you have a guess?
It's the fountain.
What's the first word?
Memorial Fountain.
You got it.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
All right. This is great. This is great. So, game 1 ends in a tie.
Hey.
All right. Game 2, we're going to move on to Pictionary. So, Jimmy John, will you help me erase the board?
Ooh,
the pressure's all on me. So, in this game, we have 3. I think they're in here in my sweaty jacket here. We have 3 rounds. I have to draw these. And they basically can freely guess. So, audience, you all be the judge. Whoever yells out the answers. I'm not an artist, so we'll see how this goes.
I normally need like 3 margaritas by the time I'm doing this.
I
kind
need
of
one as
game.
well just to get through
is
this
like,
game.
You know,
I'm just glad we don't have to draw.
So the theme
I know, yeah.
for this one is Marshall things. Marshall things.
Wow.
Marshall icons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not people though.
Okay.
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 And we're just freely guessing?
Yep. Freely
Okay.
guessing. You're good, man. You're good. We're good. Okay.
Written things.
Round 1.
Okay. So
We're ready.
I should kind of say. Okay.
Marco.
With the body and the legs.
How'd you get
With the
that?
body and the legs. All right.
Wow. No horns, no nothing. And
Listen,
he
I
got
think the
Marco.
next one's super easy
Wow.
too. Now the third one,
I was buffaloed. I'm sorry. No.
I think I'm going to do round 3 first to make it a little harder because Walker's going to get round 2 too easy.
Oh.
All right, are we ready for this one? I don't even know how this is going to go. Hey, don't laugh.
A caterpillar?
That's that other team whose mascot was the tequila worm.
Oh.
You all said it's easy. I think it's easy.
Randall off of Monsters, Inc.
These are Marshall. These are Marshall.
That's what he looks like, though.
It is, yeah, it is.
These are Marshall?
Oh, great idea, bro. Great idea.
My.
Eating
Frost top root
What is
beer.
that?
That's a mug of something. It's
popcorn.
toilet paper?
Audience, do you know what this is?
Oh, wow. Do you do?
Here's a bigger version of it. Hold on, let me help you. Let me help you.
It's
I'm really confused. A tree. Oh! A squirrel!
Okay, if you'll erase that.
Okay.
Sorry, it did look like a worm with legs.
Was it squirrel or was it acorn?
A worm with a mohawk and legs. Okay, so we're going to just do combined points here to keep this interesting. So Walker has 2 or 3? 3, and Jim has 1?
Yeah.
All right, 3 to 1. All right, this is the last round of Pictionary.
All right.
Okay.
Oh well, that's the fountain, isn't it?
You got it.
Yeah,
It's the fountain.
Okay, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Nicely
pretty
done.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 to 2. So our next game is actually interactive. I think we're going to use the screen behind the screen, correct, Emma? Give me a nod from the control room. So we'll just wheel this out of the way. No pun intended, wheel.
Yeah.
Oh,
See what
all right.
you did there.
Yes.
Nice.
And let's pull up. So I think we're going to zoom in. Let's bring you guys in closer here.
Okay.
So you're just going to point to where you want, and they're going to control this from backstage. One of you will be black and one will be red. Okay,
Wonderful.
and is this sudden this is actually sudden death. We're going to play one round. Whoever gets this one gets 3 points.
Ooh.
Well, no, 2 points. It's 3 to 2.
love
This is
it.
worth 2 points. All right, the winner gets a framed picture of my daughter, as I told you. That's all I've got for you. Okay. All right, so Walker, since you're in the lead, we'll let you choose. Who's going to go first, you or Jim?
Jim.
I wanted you to be nice like that.
course.
All right,
Wow,
Jim,
that was so
where do you want to drop
genteel.
the first tile? First checker, I guess?
Yeah. 2 and 2 down, 2 down, 2
You
over.
want to drop it here?
Oh, sure.
But it
Yes.
will
It
land
goes all
in
the
the
way to the
bottom,
bottom.
right?
Yep,
Yeah.
there you go. So you're blue,
Okay.
Walker,
Okay. I will go here.
right here.
Yes.
You're red.
Okay.
And we're trying to get 4 in a row?
Trying to get 4 in a row, and they can be diagonal,
Oh.
or they can be flat or straight, right? Okay.
Okay. I'm not quite getting it, but I'll just.
We're going to go here.
Sure. Yeah.
So, Jim, if you can get 4 this way, 4 this way, or 4 diagonal, the same color, that's what
Oh.
you're trying to do.
Okay.
I'll go here.
He's going to block you there.
Okay. Let's see then. All right. Well, I'll just.
Audience, are you guys in
Right here
suspense?
anyway. So that right there. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I'll go here.
Right here.
Yeah.
I see what they're doing here, guys. Jim?
All right. Crazy, I'm telling you.
Uh-oh. Walker, where do you go?
Here.
Okay. Woo, Jim. Oh, no! Jim, no! You just gave it to him!
Oh,
Here.
Oh,
Let's give it up for Walker, everybody.
I was thinking.
That's a hard game.
No, that is a hard game.
It
I
kind
can't
of
keep
is,
up
yeah.
with it.
Hey, thanks for having fun with us, guys.
This was
That
great,
was awesome.
man.
Walker, congratulations.
You're on fire, dude.
Thank you.
I love that he gets a picture of my daughter because she actually has a super crush
I'll
on
put
him.
it in my
so,
office.
Yeah,
That's
she's
cool.
always like, "Is Walker your
That's
friend?"
cool.
I'm like, "No, but no, he is. He is a really good friend." Jim, thanks for being here
I'm
with
still
us today.
confused. Can we do this again?
This was a blast. Audience, have you guys had fun with them today?
I love you guys. So come out and see us. Anybody watching, Walker is connected, so we know people. But come out and see the show. Come out and visit us. Wheel of Fortune. We'd love to have you.
We love that. And Jim's going to be at all of our homecoming events this week. So as you can see, he's a super personable guy. If you see him standing around, just walk up and talk to him.
Yeah,
That's right.
you'll get
We
sick
love
of
that
me.
he's here.
You'll get sick of me.
So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to show you some footage behind the scenes of how this show is made. And we're going to come back with a very special musical performance. We'll be right back.
Nice.
Love that.
Sam the man.
Awesome.
Nice, yeah.
Thank you. This was awesome. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much. A big thank you again to Walker Tatum and Jim Thornton. What amazing guests for our first show. And we have an awesome musical artist that's joined us today. His name is Sam Eplin. Sam's song, Songbird, went viral on Radio WV's channel a few years ago. Sam, thanks for being with us today, man. How does it feel to now have people covering your songs?
I mean, it's cool, man. It's kind of surreal because I mean, I saw all my friends doing stuff on TikTok forever, and I just posted stuff, and then somebody found me and decided to put me on Radio West Virginia, and then I mean, people picked up the song, and it's kind of weird. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I like it.
So it would be cool to just get famous overnight, right?
Yeah, I'm not famous, but it was cool what was happening.
Well, you're Marshall famous and you're West Virginia famous, so we're so happy you're here. You're going to treat us to Songbird right now,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Everybody, Sam Eplin.
The sun is setting slowly and the wind is turning south. I can feel my stomach clawing up and out my mouth. I ask the air to catch me as I whisper and I pray. Songbird, fly away. I never had a tether in this endless sea of blue, and I never had a problem hurting anything but you. But no matter how it hurts me, still I'm carried on my way. Songbird, fly away. And I cannot pretend that I have always kept my word, but everything that grows still has some muscle through the dirt. And though my mind and body ache, my soul will surely say, Songbird, fly away. Both my wings are molted and my feathered head is hung, but the beauty of my lilt and calls have made you drunk with love. If you could understand me, you would sober up and say, Songbird, fly away. Can't you hear me telling you to turn your head and say, Songbird, fly away.
Thank you.
Awesome, man. I'll admit that's the first time I've heard that song, and I absolutely love it.
Thank you. I appreciate
It's
it.
already stuck in my head. So you've been releasing songs all year. You actually recently made a post about your album being complete.
Yes.
So when is your album going to be released?
It's going to be released when I get the art done and the promos that my producer's making me do, and whenever I get my label to give me a release date whenever I send it out to them. I got like a small distribution deal, not like an actual label or anything like that. That wasn't like a humble brag or anything. I was just...
But you got the songs done, right? And so
yeah,
that's
they're
the
done.
hardest
That's
part.
the hardest part,
Excellent.
and
Congrats
I'm very
on that.
stoked about that. Yeah,
Very cool.
It's very cool.
So you covered the song "Ain't No Ash Will Burn" with your sister Abigail recently,
Yes.
right? Now she's not here with us today, so we're not going to have that song performed. But what makes the song so special to you?
It was just one of those songs that one of my good friends, W.B. Walker, introduced me to, and he said I should sing this song, and I wholeheartedly agree. So I just fell in love with it, and me and my sister just started doing it, and for whatever reason, every time I looked on Spotify, there are great versions, but none of them really matched the tone. It's a song about like heartbreak and not being able to really find somebody you love, and the fire going out, and everything was like plucky and bluegrassy and like upbeat, and I was like, this is not matching the tone. So they were good,
Yeah.
but I was like, be the change you want to see in the world. So I put a version out that I really thought really matched it. I mean, there are great versions on YouTube, but like nothing on Spotify that I could put on a playlist. So I thought I should do that. So I did.
I love that.
Yeah.
Be the change, one of my favorite quotes, and heartbreak.
Yeah.
We've all been there. So what song are you going to close the show out with?
I think I'll do a relatively new one called Aspartame, and we'll see how that goes.
I love the name. All right, guys, let's give it up one more time for Sam Eplin.
Daddy's like a picture on a wall. Sister stares and wonders what it's all supposed to mean. Hell, what's on TV? Mom mama's laying in her bed. Doesn't feel like getting dressed. Read out of her script. Go on, give her a kiss. 'Cause aspartame is sweeter than honey. Real meat is too much money, but don't forget to take your pills for lunch. Microplastic tastes so good when it's grown in all our food. A good old-fashioned American Sunday brunch. Come on in, eat up. Welcome to the USA, where the very water will make your brain calcify. Well, at least all your teeth will be white. 'Cause aspartame is sweeter than honey. Real meat is too much money, but don't forget to post on Instagram. Microplastic tastes so good when it's grown in all our food. I hope the crickets taste like lamb. Oh, he never stood a chance. I do believe that all these brands are gonna keep on growing till they can monetize every precious moment of our lives. 'Cause aspartame is sweeter than honey. Real meat is too much money, and how the hell did Nestle buy the rain? Microplastic tastes so good when it's grown in all our food. Why do my prescriptions cause me pain? Do Pfizer stocks and bonds feel shame? Aspartame is sweeter than honey. Everything is too much money, but don't forget to vote on election day. Microplastic tastes so good when it's grown in all our food. Oh, God bless the USA. How'd we let it get this way?
Sam Eplin, everybody. Man, that was awesome. I love those songs. If I could welcome Jim and Walker back, we're just going to close the show out. Did you guys have fun today? Yeah. I didn't think the show could get any better after Jim and Walker, but wow, what a way to close the show, Sam. I mean, you're amazing. Look, we have had a blast with you all. We hope that you've enjoyed at home. If you enjoyed this show, be looking out for episode 2, and we will see you next time. Have a great night.
Award-winning.
Go Herd.
Yes. Oh, go Herd. Go Herd. Yeah. Nice job, bud.
I love your songs. Yeah.